Hello, Facebook. Got Ryan here with me. Behind the scenes. All right. Don your headphones. Wait, no, these are your headphones. I'll don my headphones. Welcome to Time for Success, Business Owner Dad's Edition, and I have my guest Ryan here today. Hey, Ryan.
Hello, Matt. How are you?
Great. How are you?
So far, so good.
Awesome. Well, just to rremind everybody, what the show's about. We are here talking with dads, who own businesses, and just what their definition of success is like. How they equip their families for that, how they be good fathers and good husbands, and if that's the case, and also achieve success in their business. So thank you so much, Ryan, for being here today. And can you tell the audience a little bit more about your business, Covenant Garage Door, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Covenant Garage Door, we're a residential garage door company, local, family-owned in the St. Louis metro area, and we service, repair, maintain, replace, your residential garage door, residential garage doors, garage door openers, broken springs, all that jazz.
All the things. Residential.
All the things. Residential.
All the things. Garage door residential.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Now, you're a co-owner, right?
Yep.
You and is it your stepbrother?
Yep.
Awesome.
And my stepfather's also a minority partner as well.
Awesome. Should we give him a little shout out? Like,
hey Keith. Hey Kyle.
Yeah. Awesome. So, how did you get involved in the business?
My stepfather, Keith Clayshulty, he founded the company, and he just started it with one of his buddies, and as it kind of grew and time went by, he had asked me if I wanted to get involved with the business, keep it in the family, and stuff like that. And initially, I was not interested, and it's funny how that worked out, but
yeah.
it turned out to be one of the better decisions that I've made in my life, for sure.
Excellent. Well, it's a well-respected company, and you're working hard to keep that trend going on. So,
yeah.
So now you're a family man as well, right?
I am.
So tell me a little bit more about your family.
Sure. Married for three plus years now. My wife Sarah. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
I also have my stepson Jace. He's 10, and my daughter Eden. She just turned 5 a couple days ago, and they're pretty much why I do everything I do.
Yeah.
Every decision I make is basically, how is this going to better my family, or what can I do to better my family, stuff like that. So they're everything.
Awesome. So what kind of things are important to them? How do they define success? I mean, do they enjoy dancing, sports? Like, just tell me a little bit more about them.
Sure. We like to be outdoors as much as we can. My wife likes to garden. I like to garden. Plant different types of foods and flowers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
My kids are involved in different things. My stepson Jace, he likes to do football and golf, and
cool.
I coached his flag football team last year. That was a lot of fun, a great experience for us. And my daughter is going to be starting up gymnastics and ballet here in the next month. And typically they define success by are they happy, are they healthy, and are they thriving, I would say.
Yeah.
So
those are all great, I guess, metrics to look at, right?
Yeah.
So you got all the sports stuff going on. You're coaching, right? You got the business that's growing, right? So is it important for you to be able to go to the games and go to the dance recitals, the impending dance recitals, I guess, that she just started ballet?
It's the most look. I mean, I'm a business owner, and I understand all the craziness that comes with owning that business. I live all that.
Right.
But number one most important thing to me is spending time with my family, because every day is not guaranteed.
That's true.
So would I rather go make a couple $100 or go spend an hour coaching the kids and having a great time out there, and that's what I would rather be doing. So it's not all about the all important dollar all the time for me, for sure.
That's great. Now, and you haven't lived in St. Louis your entire life, have you?
No, I haven't. I moved to St. Louis when I was 8, but then I left St. Louis after, I graduated college in my kind of early 20s and bounced around from DC to Denver, and Denver's where I met my wife, and we got married out in Colorado and stuff like that, and was eventually drawn back to St. Louis for all the opportunities that come with being involved with owning your own business.
Yeah. So you brought the family here. How many years ago was that?
That was about 3 years ago now.
Okay, so 3 years ago, you brought the family here. Hey, we're going to jump into working with the business, and we're moving. Was that a stressful time?
Oh, yeah. It was a lot of unknowns.
Yeah.
A lot of, my wife had lived in Colorado her whole life. So that was a big move for her, leaving her family, her friends that she grew up with. Yeah. It kind of helped a little easier is her sister, my sister-in-law, moved with us out here. Oh. So my wife, kind of had someone to lean on, a familiar face around and stuff like that. And, my kids starting new school, or, stuff, everything that comes with moving, and moving states is always a hectic thing. So
yeah. Now sometimes kids see all the hustle bustle and all the change and all that, and can get pretty stressed out. Plus, you were stressed out with all the move. What did you do to really kind of protect the family from that stress and just kind of deal with it together? I mean, any pointers for people who might be relocating and trying to figure out how to handle all the hustle and bustle and all the changes and jumping into new opportunities like this?
I thought that the most important thing I could do was just to be there, as much as I could. I knew that, I was starting a new job and learning a trade and stuff like that, and I was busy. Yeah. But I always tried to make sure that, I would be there for dinner. Yeah. And bath times and tucking the kids in and stuff like that. So it didn't work out like that every time where I could, get home for dinner, but I made an effort to be there as much as I possibly could, and give them let them try to just see that it wasn't as crazy as it necessarily seemed.
Right. Well, that's good. Being able to make the time to just comfort them and have fun, and remember the family units together and all that. It's interesting that your sister-in-law came too. I mean, that, I guess, family strong with your wife as well. She comes from a fairly strong family unit.
Yeah, I would say so. It was when we were living in Colorado, her sister had moved back from Florida and had moved in with us there, and was part of our little family group. And when we decided to make the move out here, it's funny. My wife just kind of told me that that my sister-in-law was coming, but it was all good. It's actually worked out really well for her. She's got a job and a boyfriend, serious boyfriend now, and she seems to have really think that she's made the right move leaving Colorado as well. So.
That's great. I mean, because it's great to see that she comes from a strong family unit. She continued to focus on that, and I mean, even when the business ownership took you to a whole other state, they were still willing to stick together. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Family is important, not just not just for me, not just for her, but for all of our family. Family's important.
Right.
That makes sense.
No, well, 100%. Yeah. So when you look at the business and where you're going in the future, and you envision it being basically as successful as you can possibly imagine, what does that look like for you?
Man, well, there's successful coming from the business perspective, and then
Mhm.
successful coming from the father perspective per
Right.
se.
Yeah.
And from the business perspective, we constantly we want to grow. We're always trying to meet new people, and we don't really advertise. So we're a small word of mouth business who has been around almost 15 years now.
Yeah.
We're clearly doing something right, and
Yeah.
people like us, and that's a testament, I think, to what my stepfather Keith started and instilled in myself and Kyle to do the best work possible, and good things will naturally kind of happen.
Yeah.
So that's growth by far, I think, is the number one thing. And from the father perspective, is juggling that business balance enough to where I'm not that absent father where, yeah, we're making a lot of money, but the kids are never seeing me. And
Yeah.
I don't want to sacrifice things, like possibly coaching the kids,
Yeah.
those are things I'm never going to get back. 10
Right.
years from now, they're beyond that stage. So
Yeah.
it's a very small window of balancing here, the growth that we want with the fact that I want to be there for the kids and
Right.
my wife.
Right.
So
Yeah, it's so easy to get caught up in the game of business and seeing it grow and where it's going, but having to reorient yourself to, okay, no, I need to make sure that we do family time and all that. How do you just make sure that you're protecting that every day? I mean, do you have it on the calendar? Is it just kind of like just something just naturally just happens, or do you have to work hard some days to really protect that time?
it's I've actually kind of got it set up a little bit, where I'm Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. I'm really willing to bust it,
Yeah.
put in those 10 to 12 hour days, and
Yeah.
just really kind of stretch it out as best I can.
Yeah.
And then Mondays and Fridays, if I can try to schedule a little lighter, then I will, because I like to get home a little early on Fridays with the kids, and maybe go out to a movie, or during the summer get out to a park or something, and just have that lead up into the weekend where I'm not getting home at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock on a Friday night, and the kids are already getting ready for bed, and
Yeah.
then we're sleeping in a bump on Saturday and all that stuff.
Right. Right.
So I try to just best I can balance my schedule with what's going on, and realize that some days I will work harder than other days, but I'm totally good with that.
Yeah, that's great. Now, does your wife work as well, or I mean, obviously she's a stay-at-home mom, and she's obviously working as well. But does she work outside the home?
She does not. She
Okay.
she runs my house, and she does very
No,
well at
she obviously works, just not outside
Right,
the home.
exactly. So
Well, that's great being able to have that support. Is that kind of a strategic decision that you guys kind of just made together, that you just wanted to be able to have her be able to support the kids like that? And
yeah, it was something we had talked about, after we had my daughter, and now we had 2 kids in the house, and being able to own my own business gave me the opportunity to very, very blessed, that my wife had the opportunity to just stay at home.
Right.
We didn't need that second source of income coming in, and
Yeah.
even if she were to work right now, we'd be having to pay for daycare and stuff like
Right.
that. So it's just kind of easier for her to, run the house, and
Yeah.
strategically it was more financial / this is how we want to do this. And,
Yeah.
my kids love that she can get up and make them breakfast, in the mornings without having to rush. She's not trying to rush out the door
Yeah.
or getting ready for work or anything, stuff like that. And
Yeah.
she's there to get them off the bus. And,
Right.
you
So I mean, that's a great blessing, because I mean, obviously she could work outside the home, she could have a job, it could be additional income, but you want your kids to, you both want your kids to be able to just have that, and so you're willing to make the sacrifices, because I mean, you probably could get the Lamborghini then, right?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
So now for the family, you guys are kind of outdoors type people. outdoors?
You know, we just try to spend as much time outdoors as we can.
Yeah.
Now, that's not to say my kids don't love video games either.
Right.
Of course.
So they're normal children.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
But, you know, my wife grew up in Colorado, outside
Yeah.
of Denver. You know, she see the mountains every day from her house.
Wow.
When I was there about 5 years, and it just kind of hooks you there. Even if you're not really an outdoorsy person, you just find yourself naturally evolving into an outdoor kind of person.
When
There's
you
just
live in
much to
Colorado?
do. And then but it carries on, you know, that you get that itch in you, and then, you know, we move here and we look up different hikes in Missouri.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, cool state parks to go check out and stuff like that. So
you're coming from Colorado, which is just known for its just natural beauty and everything. I mean, St. Louis has some beautiful spots as well in the area. So what has been what is your favorite hiking trail out there? Have you found a favorite one so far?
in Missouri,
In Missouri.
you know, we live right by the Katy Trail,
Oh,
so
yeah.
there's just opportunities there just to go out for an hour or two on the bikes, or we have
perfect.
the dogs. We take the dogs out.
Yeah.
It's close and convenient. But otherwise, we'll just go down to just different local parks here in St. Louis County and St. Charles County, and
Yeah.
kind of explore some of the river bluffs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you know, just kind of see what's out there. So
Do you have any tips or ideas on your favorite trails out in Colorado in case somebody's wanting to go out there and visit?
I would say the best hike, the two best hikes I went on when I was in Colorado. One was called Devil's Head. It's right on the Front Range.
Sounds beautiful.
Yeah, sure. Up at the very top, there's a fire lookout that overlooks, you know, 50 miles or more, and Pikes Peak's in the background, and it's seriously like the most picturesque view that you picture, you know, a postcard, and that's the type of view you would get.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
and then there's a place called Hanging Lake where there's waterfalls and stuff like that.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Pretty wicked hike, but you get up there and it's worth it. So.
Wow. Yeah, so Devil's Head and the Hanging Lake.
Yeah.
Lake. So if you're going out to Denver, right? The Denver area?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Denver, Colorado, those are the places to visit if you want the best, most spectacular views. You'd say?
I would say you'd be in real good shape with those two for sure.
Awesome. So when you again when we look at the future and where what you want to do with the family, are you guys like travelers, or did you just want to like go out and find all of the outdoor trails across the United States or the world, you know?
Yeah, we you know, we like to travel, you know, but we set goals for ourselves as far as, you know, we're going to spend this much money on traveling, but, you know, like anyone else, we have, you know, long-term goals that, you know, are important to us, and we're, you know, talking about the outdoorsy types of people. You know, we've got ideally, you know, in the future, plans to buy land out west, you know, and kind of see how all that goes.
You gonna have a dude ranch?
Maybe not quite a dude ranch, but you know, maybe the Moyer Ranch.
The Moyer Ranch?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. So, but
are you gonna have Covenant Garage Door HQ 2 out there in Denver maybe someday?
Yeah. No, that's you know, that's potential. You know, growing the business is potentially moving to other states as well, and you know, if we have the opportunity to grow by moving to a different state, then that's something that we would definitely explore.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you've got some good foundations back there, it sounds like there's some good possibilities. And it sounds like Denver's still calling your name a bit.
You know, there's just, you know, there's lots of positives there. I'll tell you what, my money goes a lot farther in St. Louis than it does in Denver, for sure. Denver is very expensive.
Yeah. Well, so what are you and your families like outside of like the trails and whatnot? What are your favorite like hangout spots in St. Louis?
Man, let me think here.
Do you guys go to the zoo a lot?
You know, we really like to Busch Stadium. We love
Stadium.
going down there to see the Cardinals play.
Yeah.
The zoo, Science Center. You know, Forest Park's a really great area to take the kids, and you know, you can plan out 4 different weekends and see different things all 4 weekends.
Right.
We're in Forest Park, different museums and stuff
Yeah.
like that. It's pretty cool. But otherwise, I'd probably say Busch Stadium's our favorite
Busch
place.
Stadium.
We like to get
That's
down there
fair.
a few
That's
times
fair.
a year, and the kids like it, and it's a fun time.
You're a family of Cards fans.
Yeah, I've converted them. Converted them for sure.
Good. I mean, because I think that it's probably at least safe to say on air that you're a Cardinals fan rather than what's out there?
The Rockies.
The Rockies. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, whenever the Rockies come to town, how do you handle that rivalry?
Well, I tell my kids and my wife they can like the Rockies. That's fine.
I mean, we don't want to hate people.
For sure.
Right.
For sure.
That's not right.
And I tell them that the way they look at it when the Rockies play the Cardinals, in their view, that's a win-win situation.
Right.
Because even if the Rockies win, they still like the Rockies. That's okay. They're a little bummed that the Cardinals don't pull it out.
Right. Okay. All right. That's good. It's good. Good way to handle the rivalry.
For sure. It works for our family. So.
So, you've been working hard, growing the business for the past 3 years, right? Were there ever moments when you struggled or kind of ran into some situations that just didn't quite go the way that you wanted them to go?
I mean, it happens, on a monthly basis. You run into maybe a job that you looked at, all looked good, and you get there and you don't remember it looking like this, and there's some crazy thing that you potentially missed, and that's gonna make your life maybe a little more stressful for a couple hours, or we've had jobs where there's just so much to do there that we're on one job for 10 hours, putting in doors and up on huge ladders, and it can be kind of stressful, and especially in this wicked cold, or when it gets to the brutal heat of the summer and we're working outside, it definitely makes you kind of wish that what was I doing in that indoor job with the AC? But it's all good. It's all good. You just kind of pound through it and realize that this is what you signed up for, and you got to take the good with the bad.
Right. Well, and I guess working with your brother, I mean, you guys are able to kind of support each other, because you're both out working, as well as working on building a team and everything as well. But you guys are both out there working, so I'm sure you're supporting each other. What do you guys do? I mean, of course, I'm sure. Is there ever moments too where you butt heads?
Honestly, they're pretty few and far between. Because one of the benefits of working with family is that you can be pretty open with your family. And if you got a grievance, or you're not real happy about something, it's not like you got to go to an HR department or carry it with you because you don't want to cause any strife or anything. You just tell them how you feel, and if you guys go at it for a few minutes, or even a couple hours, at least you're gonna work it out.
Yeah. Well, sometimes the family relationships can be tough, but it's great that you guys can have that working relationship. Is there something that you guys kind of do just to kind of blow off steam together, and just kind of to make the days a little bit easier sometimes when it's rough?
Off the top of my head, nothing particular that I can think of. Nothing exciting. We just
hang out. Just I don't know if you sometimes people just go out, drink a brew or something like that, and just kind of chill. But all right. So I'd love for you to tell a little bit more. Tell the audience a little bit more about your company, because we're running close on time. So just tell everybody a little bit more about what you do, and maybe kind of what makes you a little bit different in terms of the world of garage doors.
Sure. As I mentioned kind of in the beginning, we're just a small local family-owned business, and it's myself, my stepbrother, my stepfather. We're all the partners in the LLC. We have a part-time employee who works with us, and if you call Covenant Garage Door, you're calling one of the owners. We're gonna. If we don't answer right away, we're going to give you a call back, and that's we're not going to send out someone who you haven't talked to or anything. You call us, then you're dealing with us through the whole job, basically. And
I mean, in that name covenant, I mean, it seems to me just, some of our interactions and the good reputation that you guys have out there, that you take that term very, very seriously.
Yeah, we're a Christian company. We believe in Jesus Christ, and we're not trying to rub anyone the wrong way by maybe over bragging that
Right.
this is what we are. We're just some humble folks just trying to earn a decent living, and
I love it.
we're not at all embarrassed that we're a Christian company, and we just try to act Christian-like in everything we do. So
that's great. So how does anybody get a hold of you if they want to reach out?
if you want to reach Ryan at Covenant Garage Door, you call me at 314-809-4534.
Awesome. Thank you very much. This has been Time for Success with Business Owner Dads. Have a great day. All right. Oh, hey, Todd. Todd's watching. Todd Watkins.
Hi, Todd.
Hey guys.